That's like 3 jump in and outs in a row. So the editing is going to be real easy. I just chop right in the middle. That'll be great. We've got Emma McIntyre, the development manager at Folkways. Hello, Emma.
Hello.
So we are moving into the last segment, everyone's favorite segment. It's Fargo Favorites. So I want you to picture in your mind, we're going out tonight. It's not your birthday. It's not an anniversary. It's not a celebration of any kind. Just you don't want to cook tonight. You don't want to cook. You got to fill I don't know how often you cook. You got to fill your belly with something for dinner, right? Mm-hmm. Where are you getting dinner at tonight?
Oh my goodness. So a fun one for me, I've really been driving on going to Bruhalla for dinner because everybody gets to pick what they want.
Well, okay. Yeah, I suppose because you can all. Yeah, everybody can go. So do you go to the Blackbird there, or what do you typically? What are you ordering at Bruhalla?
I love a Unicorn Park smash burger. Oh. They're so good. So good.
And what is it about the smash burger that's?
I think it's the sauce.
Yeah, what is their sauce?
I get lost in the sauce. I don't even know. It's magic. It's
Unicorn Park.
Unicorn Park.
I've never heard of it, even though I've been to Bruhalla. Bruhalla I do go to. I mean, yes? I meet a lot of people all the time, and Bruhalla is great because if we decide we want to do drinks, which I'm always in the mood for drinks,
yes,
we can go that direction. Otherwise, if they're in a sober mood, we can just do coffee.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It's a nice, feel them out kind of vibes thing without coming across as an alcoholic.
Exactly. Other one, Spaghetti Western. Have you been to Spaghetti Western?
Been to Spaghetti Western.
Oh, it's so good.
The owner, Bridget, is a good friend of mine. Her daughter is friends with my daughter.
Cute.
And so I know and love Spaghetti Western. So shout out to Spaghetti Western.
Shout out to Spaghetti Western.
Big time there. Speaking of funny spellings, her name is spelled all differently as well.
Oh,
you're surrounded. It's just the times, right?
Yes,
I don't think anybody wants to do anything standard or normal these days.
No.
We're all special little snowflakes.
That would be boring.
Including me and my family.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not helping. Speaking of meeting places such as Bruhalla, I mean, maybe that is. I don't know. So you got to, as a development manager, I'm sure you got to meet with all kinds of people all the time.
Yes.
What's your go-to place to go meet with them? Is it Bruhalla, or do you got somewhere else in mind?
Youngblood.
Youngblood.
Period.
Yeah. They moved. They used to be right next to Sushi Burrito.
Yes.
And they moved. They're now...
Yeah, they're on 2nd Avenue.
Yeah, across the street from
Magnolia and Bottle Barn.
Did they used to be on 1st Avenue? Have they moved twice?
No, they're on 2nd. Yeah, they used to be over on, I think it was MP next to Sushi Burrito, and now they're hanging out over on 2nd.
On 2nd?
Yeah.
They weren't on 1st?
They've got my favorite coffee, if I'm being entirely honest. The coffee is just scrumptious.
I remember I went there once and I got some kind of herb thing because I didn't want the caffeine and the herbs. I had a panic attack because I can't do anything new without having a panic attack. I remember that was a fun little meeting that I had because
they've got toast back too.
Do they really?
Alert the masses. They have toast.
So you get coffee while you're there? What is it about their coffee?
Yeah.
What do you get?
Just the coffee is great. I've been drinking decaf, honestly, lately, and I just get the decaf coffee.
Like black decaf?
Their beans are great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do black coffee. My favorite go-to if I'm getting like a fancy drink is a cappuccino, a vanilla cappuccino.
Sure.
But their coffee is great.
Yeah, you don't got to watch the calories. It's so small. But I used to be 300 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, so tonight we are cooking. We're going to make food at home.
Yes.
That food, it's got to come from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you do your grocery shopping? Where does your food come from?
So if I'm not shopping at the farmer's market in the summertime, because that's my go-to, those vegetables are delicious, I am walking across the street and I'm going to the North Side Hornbachers.
North Side? So you're a North Sider.
I joke that we live in the most perfect neighborhood because we live right next to the Northport Strip Mall, which has a grocery store, a gym, a laundromat, a liquor store, a library, and a pharmacy, and a hardware store.
North Fargo's got real vibes. I mean, it's a whole... Northport is just like its own... Yeah.
It feels silly because you're like, oh, it's just a little strip mall, but it has all of the community essentials, and you can quite literally walk there from our house in less than 3 minutes.
It's a good fit for you. And so that grocery store question, like, I never saw it coming, but this is probably the most insightful, actually. It's like better than a horoscope. Like, it tells a lot about you, like, about how you spend money, about what you value.
Yes.
You know, and you're a community person.
And ideally.
So you choose the small little community of North Fargo.
If I could, I would go grocery shopping at Tochi's.
Yeah.
Every single week.
Right over there.
You're lucky ducky. You get to be right
right
across from
Tochi's. Heck yeah.
But I don't live that close. So, and I got to catch them at the certain window because their hours are like pretty limited.
Yes.
So if I can't go there, I'm going to Hornbachers.
Very cool. Next question. So we already talked about how there's a lot of different businesses and organizations in Fargo. What would you say is your favorite one in town?
Yes. Well, I was a Folkways fan before I started working there. But I really love Folkways. And then we're lucky to have some like really killer sponsors at the farmers market. So I've become huge fans of some of our like largest organizations in the community because their teams are just stellar to work with. I mean, like Blue Cross Blue Shield, Marvin, Bobcat.
Yeah.
They're cool folks. We're lucky to have them here.
Absolutely. Last question, and then we will be able to clock out here. We all do things that pour out our cup. We do things, we call it a job or call it whatever you do, where you're just giving back to the world. And then we do things where we take, where we fill our cup. For some people, that's rest. For some people, that's play. Everybody's a little different. What do you do to fill your cup?
Oh, man. I've got 2 big dogs that I love so very much.
Yeah.
So I'm spending time with my dogs, or I have 2 little sisters who live in the area. I spend quite a bit of time with them.
Yeah.
That was a part of my agreement to myself was I was going to stay in Fargo until the littlest one graduated high school, and she's doing that this year. So,
oh, my.
Yeah, probably my little sisters. We spend a lot of time either outside or hanging out downtown.
All right. Well, that's the show.
Perfect.
What do you think?
I think that's great. I was selfishly really excited for the Fargo Favorites part. When I worked at Emerging Prairie, I had a lot of conversations with people who aren't from the area.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, where do I go? What do I do? And I have literally a PDF document with all of my Fargo favorites on it. Like hyperlinked and everything. I'll have to send it to you.
Well, and what you should do is grab the link. So I've got them all separated out on YouTube.
Yeah.
You could just grab the Fargo Favorites playlist and be like, here's 60 different people's recommendations.
Exactly. And then you take your pick.
And it opens up with restaurants too. So I mean, it's, where do I want to eat tonight? Boom, you just go right there. And I didn't even mention, gosh, you brought a nice gift, and I totally gapped it out because we went so long and we had so much going on. Look at this. You can see it on the camera. Look at that. She brought me a mug. This has got to be hand wash only.
Oh, no, I think you can dishwash it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's durable.
Very nice.
It's durable.
It's got like somebody's somebody's initials.
Yes, so Living the Dream Pottery. He makes all of them.
Handmade.
It's handmade. We do handmade custom orders every year, so you can come buy your own at Christkindle Market if you'd like.
That is fantastic. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. One more time, plug yourself before we get out of here.
Yeah, hi. My name is Emma McIntyre. I am the manager of development at Folkways. We are a community nonprofit dedicated to creating events and programs where you belong on our journey to combat loneliness and isolation in Fargo-Moorhead.
And of course, I'm Conrad Fargo. You can find me anywhere that you can type Conrad Fargo. If you can type those words, I'm there. You're shopping on Amazon, you can't stop thinking about me, and you're shopping and you're just like Conrad Fargo. Guess what? I show up. I'm there.
Whoa.
I got the SEO on lockdown. I own that. So type it in on whatever you've got. Type it in, subscribe, share, like me. I want to be known. I want to be known by you and by your friends. So share me, like me. I'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. And as mentioned earlier, Andy Williams with It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And we'll see you next week.